Hey, welcome back, everyone. Tom from Park Avenue Trading, your chief dealer, keeping you sane in these insane markets with the weekly forecast for sterling yen, sterling dollar, euro dollar, dollar yen, and euro yen. We got you covered over here. All right, let's get into it. British pound, Japanese yen. All right, let's talk about the trade that I had on. Had on. I was really thinking yesterday, or on Friday, we were going to reattack the 200 level. Didn't happen. Basically, it went nowhere. Since I'm a day trader, I exited the trade with a 6 pip loss. I got long at 199.66. Actually, I got out at 199.61, so I made 5 pip loss on it. But I'm revisiting that trade. I don't, I'm gonna stop thinking and just follow the markets like I should. So, sterling yen itself. All right, we got resistance at the psychological level of 200. Uh, right now, support sits for the week. Let's get rid of these. These are the short-term points that actually worked out quite well if you follow. That's another short-term point. That's probably still in play, but let's just talk about what's going on in the weekly. All right, let's get over to the weekly structure itself. And let me move my Park Avenue trading thing out of the way here. So as it stands, really, cable itself. Um, so sterling yen itself, the only way that actually shows that it's turning down, if I'm using 3 bar harmony and I go 1, 2, 3, it's like down here, 195.29. A break of 195.29 would actually say, okay, the trend is changed downward right now. So as you can see, we have double, we have a top here that we got to get through. Now, if it breaks this top, um, you know, really we're looking at a breakout level to like 203 up here. This bar is closed. Now there's going to be a lot of chop that's going on right now. So right now, sterling dollar. Sterling dollar is kind of um, neutral to slightly bearish. So this is all going to depend on dollar yen again. I always say you got to focus on dollar yen because that's the one that's really driving, the crosses, especially sterling yen and euro yen, right? So and we'll be getting into dollar yen in a second. So let me get up some really good points for you guys, so we don't sound like a babbling idiot. Hang on one second. All right. So as it stands, resistance right now, 199.83 for this week. If we can get above 199.83, there is resistance at 200.80 would be the next point of resistance. Main support on the week is 197.21. That is the main support. So if sterling yen breaks down and touches this level, this would be a pretty good level to watch to see if we're going to get a rebound to take us back up towards the 199, see, 80 level. If we pop up through this level right here, we got really strong resistance at 200.80. Psychological level obviously is 200, but we could see some tracking in between these 2 points for a continuation upward. However, we got to watch dollar yen. If anything comes out of Japan as far as a rate hike is concerned, could throw sterling yen back downward. As we know, British pound really right now is fragile and it really can't sustain a rally. It's really frustrating. So let's move on over to good old sterling dollar itself since I'm talking about it. And here are some trend reaction numbers I put up for you guys or for the team, but I'll get rid of that right now. Right now, as it stands, there's a major resistance point right now, 135.71. If you look at like what's been going on with cable itself, it hasn't been able to get back up over this spike high right now. And it met some really fierce resistance up there. And this is what screwed me up. I thought that cable was going to be able to take out this high and start trading back up to the 135.71, but market wasn't ready yet. Was not ready yet. So let's get long-term weekly points. All right. The main support for this thing is on the week is 133.23. Below that is 132 and a half right there. Um, let's go on a little bit longer of a chart. Let's go on a 6-hour chart. All right. So right now what we're looking at is we got a trend line. Let's throw up a trend line right here. right here to here to there. So we got a potential trend line break at 134.02 to send us back down to 133.78. And the main support for the week is right there at 133.70. And the only way that it shows strength is it needs to get through 135.71 this week. If not, it's just either going to be channeling or potentially even drifting lower as dollar yen potentially continues its rally upward. So that's the one. Again, I keep saying it. We got to watch and make sure you come on over, watch my dailies, because I definitely, I put out daily points. So sterling right now is neutral to bearish this week. The only way it changes if it gets above 135.71, it shows continued bearishness if it breaks 133.30 and it's heading to 132.55-ish. All right, let's go over to euro dollar. I should have did that one first because I know a lot of people like to watch the euro dollar or like to trade the euro dollar. But as it stands right now, same thing, same pattern is happening with the euro dollar. If we go over to the euro dollar versus the US dollar index itself, we need the US dollar index to cool off in order for euro dollar to gain strength. I've been saying it, it's an inverse relationship itself between the two. And it hasn't been, the dollar yen has been continuing to rally. It's really, really been a shocker. Dollar yen itself has been leading the way. Anything, this could change at any point in time, right? So dollar yen was sitting at 148.79 before the open on the Asia market. Um, if you start to see the US dollar index come off and you're a euro bull, you're going to want to see where you are as far as trend lines are concerned or points, pivot points are concerned. See if you can get, long and ride the thing up as the US dollar index cools, dollar yen comes off, and the continentals and Europe should rise. Let's go over to good old euro yen. All right, euro yen got, let me take this off right now. I was working with Andrew's pitchfork. As it stands in euro yen, let's see, where are we? All right, so that's short-term point, short-term point. We get rid of it. Main support point for euro yen is sitting let me get a horizontal line right here. Main weekly support, even if it's on a 4-hour chart, is 171 the figure. Now there should be support at like 172, like 15-ish short term. Should be support here. This breaks down, means dollar yen is coming off and the euro dollar hasn't recovered. So therefore, the market's actually taking the euro yen down. So that's what I got going on for you guys. If you like what you see, please give me a like. Leave a comment for me. I like to see some comments. Also, in the description, you can get yourself a free ebook and video on breakouts. And I'll see you on Monday morning, man. Have a great weekend, the rest of your weekend. And remember, always enjoy the party, but dance near the door. Cheers.